Hello and welcome to Mech Warrior Online. I want to do a re-review of this mech. I've been driving this mech for about, I want to say 6, maybe 7 months, and in this configuration build, and it works exceptionally well. I've changed the heat sinks here and there in a couple places, but ultimately, it's really worked out. I just noticed that my patterns that cover the missile spots have all fallen. That's weird. They were all perfectly aligned before, but they've all dropped the exact same amount on both sides. It's so strange. Anyway, this build really takes advantage of the NovaCat B Bravo capability, and I call this guy Rain Man. Like many of my LRM boats, they're called Rain Man. And what this thing really does really well is it manages the number of weapons smoothly if you do a cycling run, and you can actually fire them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's how I've got it set up really smoothly. Or you can fire them by clicking the button as quickly as you can, and it still cycles them, but you don't get nearly as much heat as you would if you were to do an alpha strike, in this case with 5 of them or 6 of them, depending on your build. In this build configuration, I've got 5 LRM-15s, and I've got a NARC, and if you set the NARC up the way I have it, it puts the NARC at the highest possible point on this mech. And it's the same with the Warhammer 2C and some of the other mechs, that if you set it up just right, you can get the NARC in a higher spot. Now granted, it would be right there if it was on this other spot, but every little bit does make a difference in helping get that down range. Remember, if you can see it, that doesn't necessarily mean you can hit it. That only matters with the lasers, because the lasers are right there, right at the head section on the torsos. So, and then I'm running 2 ER medium lasers here. Let me show you the build. So what really works for me on this one is running 2 ER medium lasers. I never run tag. I've just never had very good success with it. And first of all, tag only has a range of 720. If tag went the full range of whatever my LRMs are capable of, in this case 1080 meters, that'd be a different story. I might consider using tag. But if tag doesn't even cover me in the long range areas, then it's really kind of pointless to me. I do run NARC because NARC is a fire and forget weapon. I fire it, I get a hit, and it locks on, and it stays for its duration period, which you can see I've got a beacon duration plus 30%, and missile crit chance plus 15%, which doesn't make much sense since the weapon doesn't actually do any damage. But I can fire it, get it on target, and then it doesn't matter if they go at a line of sight or not, because I can still hit them with missiles as long as the NARC is engaged, provided that the cover doesn't extend so much that it covers the arc of the LRMs. But with a tag, I have to give up one of my defensive weapons, and that leaves me vulnerable to attack in the event I get separated and or I need to defend myself against somebody coming in and attacking. The alternative would be to give up a pair of missiles, and then I could have them as like SRM weapons. And I have tried that configuration before. I did 4 LRM-20s, 2 SRM-4s, and then of course the 2 ER medium lasers. But I'm not willing to sacrifice another one just so I can get NARC and SRMs along with my energy weapons. So in this configuration, this is how I run this. So as you can see, I'm running 5 tons of double heat sinks, and this is giving me a cooling rating of 1.39. That seems a little excessive maybe, but when you start firing these things, you can start seeing the heat ramping up. It does take time, especially if you cycle it. You can do several volleys before you start getting even close to the red line. I think my maximum is 4 volleys, maybe 5. Depending. I also speed them up by double clicking the spot or the button that operates the missiles. Then I put this on button 2, So I can fire my lasers, and typically anytime I'm firing my lasers within the range of the narc. So I will fire this and the lasers typically simultaneously, buttons 1 and 2, and that'll put the weapon down range. Sometimes I just want to fire my lasers, but I don't want to do narc because I may not be able to, I might be dealing with somebody who's small, and since I'm not using a tremendous amount of ammo, this is what I've gone with. So I'm running, what do we got here? We got 11 tons of ammo, which is fine. I have run this with only 2 double heat sinks and then put the additional 3 tons into ammo. And the problem with doing that is this. 1.25 is far too hot for this build doing that. And I've done it, and I've had some really good success, but I've also had some really bad successes. And what I mean by that is just having matches where I got so damn hot I couldn't even fire my weapons. And so what happens is you want to be able to fire these weapons, your 5 LRMs in this case, and your ER mediums as necessary without having to worry about too much of a heat spike. And 1.39 seems to be the magic number for that. 1.4 is and above is usually typically really good, like on my Warhammer 2Cs. But 1.39 will work on this as well. So I'm only running a half a ton of ammo with my narc, and my narc has a range of 720. And then these have a range of 1,080 meters. And that's, you know, whatever. It's not like ATMs. And I have tried an ATM build on this, and it just really doesn't work that great. First of all, the weapons are too low. But so anyway, this is how I've got this set up. As far as armor, I've maxed out the armor front and on all the sections, except for the legs here. I'm -1 on these, and I could actually probably just go down, but I have been headshot in this mech before. This mech has a very easy head to target. This is just terrible, and I've put decals on here. I've tried all different kinds of things. I even had one of those decals that goes with the lines going side to side like that. I still got headshot 1 time. I think I've probably been headshot more times in this mech than any other mech, with the exceptions of the Marauder, the 3R. But I think I've been headshot probably 4 times in this mech. I've been headshot in other mechs too, but this one I've been headshot 4 times, and I think in the Marauder I've been headshot 2, maybe 3 times. And I know I've been headshot in the Nikar a couple times too. But with this build, this works really well for me. And being able to have defensive weapons is a huge must for this build. So the firepower on this mech is 87, but it's a little deceiving because 87, when you start getting into a match and start firing your missiles, depending on if you're getting target hits with every missile, it actually feels like you're doing quite a bit more damage. And I've done matches where I've done 1,480 damage in this mech, and that's pretty impressive even on an LRM boat. As far as consumables, 2 cool shots and a UAV. This is what you're going to see across the board on almost every one of my mechs. I run a lot of LRM and ATM builds. That's what I live in. I have a few a few laser boats and a couple of ballistic builds, but ultimately this is what you're going to see. As far as skills, maxed out on range always. Heat management right there. Velocity, gotta have it. Missile features maxed out. Maximum armor and skeletal density. A little bit of reinforced casing and also overheat damage protection. I'm not worried about any of these other things. I wish I could add a little bit of speed to it, but I need all these other features more. And when it comes down to it, these are more important. To me, this is free armor. Heat containment and cool run. Target decay, seismic sensor. Radar deprivation is more armor in my opinion. Not having these maxed out just feels like you're leaving yourself a bigger chance of getting hit more times and more hurt. Of course, I've got narc enhancement, and of course I need these for my 2 cool shots and my UAV. weapon grouping is pretty much the same as it's been. I fire all 5 of the LRMs on this button, this selection here. Once again, button 2 does my NARC, and button 1 fire these, and it fires these simultaneously. They're so close together, why not? I'm not going to expose half of my mech just to fire one laser. I might as well expose the whole mech because I'm already there. And if I lose one side, it's a bad day. But yeah, this is the build. This thing works exceptionally well. I've had many matches. I've had more matches where I did over 1,000 damage in this mech than any other mech I've had. My top damage for any mech is this mech. I did 1480 in this mech, this build configuration. And I regularly do over 1,000 damage with this build. And then you'll... depending on how often I drive this, I don't drive this as much as I used to, but I just had my first match of the day and I did 670 damage or something in this. The second best mech I have is one I mentioned earlier, is the Marauder 3R with 3 rack 2s and 4 medium lasers, and I did a 1430 in that one. So there's a lot of different mechs you can drive that can do a lot of damage. You want mechs where you can put a lot of weapon down range. You're not having to wait a while. You can have really good matches in other mechs that don't fire as often, but it's hit and miss, and it really comes down to the driver. Anyway, I hope this is helpful, and I hope you consider this mech, and you can check out any one of a dozen, thousand other videos I have on other mechs that I drive and really love. Hope to see you in the battlefield.
Captured Epsilon. Kappa is under control. We've captured Gamma. Resource point Sigma is now controlled by the enemy. Target spotted. Target spotted.
We have 4 lights, yeah. 4 lights.
Looks like Delta 4 is the hottest spot.
And assaults, fucking kicking him.
Well, almost their whole team is in
Target
Delta 5.
acquired.
Keep them locked up, I'll make it rain.
All our team is nowhere.
At least 6 mechs now. 4 lights, Fafnir, something.
Resource point Epsilon is ours. Target spotted. Kappa has fallen. Target spotted.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Nice kill.
Target acquired.
You guys give me locks, I can make it rain.
Target spotted.
Target acquired.
There's a mark for you, Bravo.
There you go.
Keep hitting Bravo. Keep hitting him, he's not covered yet.
He's not having a good time.
Keep hitting him. Yeah, just keep pounding him.
He's scored up.
Alright. Your next target is Alpha.
Keep holding the
Alpha.
resource.
Copy.
Acquired.
Next cap Sigma. Cap. Please.
Alpha's scored.
Center torso.
He's dead.
Drop. Next target, India. India is your next target.
Acquired.
Copy.
Fafnir.
Critical.
He's narked.
Good job. Alright.
Target acquired.
Target spotted.
Trying to lock up H. 'Cause
Target
he's right above me.
destroyed.
I have a light mech in the backfield of Fox 4. Between Fox 4 and Echo 4. Thanks for the support.
Full bases.
Gamma is theirs. Target spotted.
I have some armor to spare.
Taking Sigma. Target spotted.
Target acquired. UAV activated.
Target spotted. Our foes are halfway.
Enemy UAV, I don't know where it is. Fox 4-ish.
The enemy has captured Epsilon. We have Theta.
New target acquired.
Oh, nice kill.
Target spotted.
I saw that.
Good turnaround, guys. Well played.
I'm going after Gamma.
Target spotted. Target spotted.
Target acquired.
Target spotted. Alpha is under control.
I just got pinged in Fox 4.
We've captured Gamma. Target spotted.
Target destroyed.
Excellent work, warriors.
GG.
GG.
Well played, guys.
Ours.
Excellent work. Who was getting me all those locks? That was amazing.
I think all the lights were. It was a team effort. Good game, guys. Good luck.
672 damage, 1 team damage, 7 components destroyed. Wow. 2 killing blows, 1 solo, 2 KMDDs. And I even got a narc kill. This is what great teamwork does. It allows you to have great matches. That could have gone sideways really quickly, especially with all those guys over there.